Okay, so today here in Boise, Idaho, after they changed the parking code for those of us that live in vehicles so that we can only park here for 4 days, and you're only allowed to park 3 days, then you have to move to a different spot. The landscapers who have done a lot of stuff in the past, not just here but in other locations, and including stalking me when I'm just out driving and stuff, blew shit all over my car, and the roof is even covered and stuff, and that is not something that accidentally happens, okay? And their theme here, when I complain about it, is, well, they're just doing their job. No, their job should not be harassing people. It should just be mowing the fucking lawn and blowing and whacking, okay? I'm sure they're all good at blowing and whacking too. But the thing is, it's on the roof of my fucking car, and my car was covered in that shit. And it's out in the street indicating they were blowing it this way, and it's not over on the other side, it's just over here, okay? The company's been notified several times about it, and they don't do anything but be assholes themselves. So, at least the one I talked to today wasn't. And she said there were 3 people on the phone, and I'm like, oh really? I said, I'm an independent person able to have a conversation on my own. I don't need other people to help me. But this is what they're doing. First of all, that happened today. Last night, Ada County Highway Department came through here with their street sweepers. Now, they're going to say they're just doing their job. Well, there's doing your job, and there's planning your job around harassing homeless people. Those are 2 different ways of doing your job. Just doing it, and then planning it around homeless people. So what they do is, on the days that we're allowed to park here, they come and put up their no parking signs, and then they usually don't do anything for quite a long time, and time it so that the signs are there until the food truck parklet is open again, which they close on Monday and Tuesday. Now, parklets are little areas in cities that are used to keep homeless people out of an area. And they've done a lot of really vicious things over there, and they finally sort of calmed down on that, because the tactic they changed to was running people out of here by changing the parking codes. So we had the street sweepers last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and now they put up these no parking signs today. I called City Hall, and I talked to a guy that is just from another planet, who told me the oligarchy doesn't exist. The oligarchy is who gives these people their orders, okay? It does exist, and they know that. In fact, there's people in the Republican Party here who have resigned because the oligarchy here is so vicious. So there's one other person parked here. He's somewhere else. He doesn't even know about this. And most of the people that are parking here now are seniors. There was a couple of young guys. They just park at night and then leave early in the morning. And they won't even let them park here. So I'm going to go around this way. So this is where the parklet is here by this park. And it's right next to the area where we parked for years. And so they do things in a way to interrupt the homeless, cause problems for the homeless, basically torture the homeless people in the city. And they could tell us ahead of time because those of us who are older and have health problems, it's very fatiguing to have to set your car up and then find out that you have to leave, and you have to do it every day. It's been an unbelievably hot summer, and I would have to leave places just because of the heat. And there's now only a couple of us. There were 3 of us that were still parking here. Now there's only a couple of us still parking here. This little street here, I used to park over here a lot, and this is the only shade on this street because you can't park on the other side or anything. And now they put these signs here. The last time they put signs on this street, they left them for like a week and didn't do anything until like just a couple of days before they took the signs down. And we could have parked there that whole time. They've moved into Asian businesses over here. And that's when a lot of this shit, there was already shit going on, but that's when a lot of this stuff started. I do not know what the deal is. They leave this street, but see, down there where those 3 cars are, there used to be trees like there are here, but they took all the trees out so homeless people wouldn't park there. And nobody's allowed to park on this side of the street because they made it into loading and unloading. That was the first assholey parking change they made. Now the whole area is 2 hours. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the most dangerous time to drive in the city. This is a very dangerous city to drive in. I don't want to drive in the city, but I have to, and I'm spending like hundreds of dollars a month on gas just because I have to drive around all the time. There is still harassment in the park. They have a couple of parks that have shade, and those are the parks that most people are at because they have all their water sports, and they had to put their water fountain in that park too so that people would bring their kids. They could have put it somewhere else to sort of spread the crowding around, but no, they had to do that. But this summer they had people that were organized to come. As soon as I arrived, they would show up and surround me, and they were allowed to illegally park all around me and do all kinds of crazy shit. And they did stuff like that over in this park too. And the city tries to lie that they don't know about it. Now, this guy that I talked to today told me that, oh, we just found out that, it's not true that the homeless aren't being criminalized. That's because the mayor said that, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that called her out on that lie. God, it's absolutely been horrific. And so I guess because most of it's not being done by the police, they're using community policing groups and private contractors. I guess they're saying that's not criminalizing. But he told me that they just found out about it and they're trying to do something about it. Give me a fucking break. You've known about it the whole time and you're involved in it. And you're horse shit about nobody wants to talk to me because I'm abusive. I was a very quiet person when I got here. And because of all of the abuse, I am now talking really fucking loud. And you deserve way more than what I've said to you. Okay? You deserve way more than that. And none of these people running this city should be in place. They all need to go. The mayor and her goddamn decisions. Oh, she's just hired a new police chief. What could possibly go wrong with that? Jesus fucking Christ. Would be highly offended. You know, these people, they're so delicate. They're highly offended by everything. But at the same time, they're willing to harm you and treat you like shit. It's really amazing. No parking signs are still here. And the fresh oil sign is still here. And just like I had said before, they haven't done one fucking thing. They just put the signs up for the period of time that the homeless were allowed to park here. Because this is what goes on in Boise, and it has for years. The people running this city are the biggest bunch of assholes I've ever seen in my fucking life. Now, the city isn't doing this, it's Ada County. Well, they are definitely assholes, there's no doubt about that. But they put these signs up that you can't park here for days and days and days. They don't do fuck. They don't get fuck done. And so this side as well. Oh, somebody's illegally parked down here. So the whole purpose, because there's no logical reason why they put these down 2 days ago. Of course, they do appear, considering what has gone on here with this road construction this year, to be totally fucking clustered. Between landscapers and this shit, what a bunch of fucking assholes. And then the next thing they're going to do is spray oil, okay? It's going to be a total fucking mess. This is one of the reasons why living here is a nightmare. They didn't do a fucking thing. Just like I said. The fucking assholes. God. What a pitiful population of people they have here. Just pitiful individuals. They love to hurt other people. They love to hurt the homeless people here. That includes City Hall. They have organized groups of people that go around doing things to the homeless. They have police that stalk people. Did you see that car there? He's most likely there because I was driving around there. What does he think I was going to do? Take videos? I did, motherfucker! They didn't do a fucking thing. Just like I said. I'm really pissed off about being harassed by landscapers again. And on this very day and yesterday, there were landscapers en masse where I was parked. And I don't have a problem with them getting stuff on my car. I have a problem with them intentionally covering my car and with a bunch of crap. That's not okay. They ran me out of housing here. The boots on the ground people were mostly radical right wing and people from drug cartels. And the police would tell me there wasn't a drug cartel here when I told them there was for 2 years. And that a massive problem was created because of that. They chose to spend their time harassing me instead of going after the drug cartel. After all the years of abuse and them whittling away at our rights and treating us like we don't belong, and they're trying to run us out of the city, and they are cruel to us, and they torture us, and they allow a bunch of assholes and idiots to organize and harm us, and then talking to the mayor's staffer and finding out it is 100% true that they are not answering the phone when I call. And the mayor, of course, doesn't go to her little soirees in the park if I'm signed up to go. It is unbelievable here, just unfucking believable. And I am now totally unfucking censored. So today I was so disgusted and pissed off that I just went to a park, found some shade, and parked there and stayed there until dark. And when I left, I didn't know if I'd find a place to park because most of my alternate parking areas have been eliminated. What I discovered after I left was that they finally put the damn oil down on the road today and removed the no parking signs the day before our 3 days that we can't park here begin. See how that works?